I wouldn't change any of it. Here we can, this is the home screen.
Okay.
There's spots for 3 modules. There's only 1 module in here though, so it's this. So I wouldn't mess with any of those general settings. Measurement settings, I wouldn't mess with either unless for some reason you need to, maybe you need to do a simulation, so you change this to millivolts. And just make sure you know what it is and change it back later. And then I don't know, if for some reason the client requests a 0.005
You can change the decimal place.
tolerance, but they only have it set to 2 decimal places, well, I mean, first off, you'd probably want to let them know, but second would be to you could actually change it there. Calibration settings is actually where you would make some changes. So they have it set to whatever it's just a default name that they put in. They normally standardize it at 4 and 2. We've done this before, so we already have a buffer
Settings
group entered in. We can run a standardization at 4 and one at 10.
Is that what it's supposed to be at, 4 and 10?
Yeah, so basically I would just do the min and the max
Gotcha.
that we have with us.
Gotcha.
I mean, you could standardize it with what they have, right? We can actually try that and see if it works, but standardizing at 4 and 2, it's kind of unlikely that
Gotcha.
10 is going to be okay, but we could give it a go. So they had it at 2 and 4 before. If you ever do, and I hit cancel because I basically just set everything back. If you ever do come here and the buffer group that you need isn't in here, you might want to try a generic one.
What is the buffer group?
So there's settings in here that they have saved essentially a list of the different pH solutions that you're going to be using to calibrate, and actually temperature compensation data for those solutions.
Got you. Okay, so the buffer group is based off the solution that we're using.
Yeah. So if it doesn't have something in there, you could always try to see if there's like a generic one that would work, right? So 4.01. This is 10.01. I mean, you know, to 2 decimal places. This is at 25 degrees. See, this is not 4.01. It's 4.00. So you wouldn't be able to use that. If you happen to have a solution that was 4.01, then you could use this generic Mettler Toledo USA reference.
Got you.
buffer
But
group.
since even the 0.01, you can't use it.
Yeah, I mean, you could, but you're standardizing based off this.
Got you.
So the more accurate you are with the numbers, the more likely it is to actually work.
Gotcha.
So that's why, if we don't have it already, I normally set up a buffer group for us, so that we can go in and mess with those buffers depending on what we have at the time, because we get different solutions in. And we're not messing with their parameters. I mean, you could go in and mess with take a picture, mess with theirs, and then set it back. But it's just easier if they have it unlocked for you to put a buffer group in there. It's easier. And so if there isn't a buffer group in there already, you can go to Setup, Buffers and Standards, and you can create a new group. I mean, we already have one in here, so I'm not going to create a new group. But here's ours, IPS. When you create a new one, you'll get these. So what is it? It's pH. I just title it IPS. Unit, pH, reference temperature, normally 25. If you happen to have solutions that are certified at a different reference temperature, these are 25, but if you have solutions certified at a different one, you could put that in.
Okay.
Exactly. So, and then these are the points that I've added in, right? So I could add in a new point if we had a 2 pH buffer here. If they changed it, like, okay, we don't want it tested at 4, 7, and 10 anymore. We want it tested at 2, 4, and 7. We bring in a new buffer. I could hit new, reference temperature 25. That's locked.
Is that standard?
Yeah, it's normally 25. You could also see 20, but,
Okay.
but 25 is standard. And I would enter the pH value at 25, the certified value, right? And then it would show up in here
Gotcha.
as 2,
Yeah, we're doing
right?
2,
And-
4, 7, 10.
Yeah, and then I would click on it, and here is where you enter that temperature compensation information. So for instance, R4 Rika, I mean, okay, we're not going to 30 degrees. It's not going to be 30 degrees C in
Yeah.
here. So 25, 20, and 15 is usually safe. Ours is 4, 4, 4, straight across. So I just added points, new, right? Entered a temperature,
25,
entered a pH,
and then 4.
and that would add a new
Gotcha.
temperature here. I mean, we could, right? It doesn't change anything. We could add 30. And here, this one goes up to 4.01 when it's at 30. Okay.
Gotcha.
Now it's got four points. But
We're never going
Sweet.
to
we're unless it's like super
you-
hot in the room.
Gotcha.
So to delete that, if you message, then you would just highlight it.
And delete. Yep.
Okay. So we're ready then.
Yeah. And then I believe you could actually delete the entire 4 buffer by hitting that button here and then start over again. But let's not do that. So go back to the home screen. So we'll want to run a calibration first. So I mean, it's
Check it, make sure it's all set properly.
yeah, which it isn't, right? So IPS, we'll do 2, we'll do 4, and we'll do 10, right? So we'll test it right at the records. And I can save it for now. So this is still kind of cold. This could be a problem, but we'll see. Just laying around?
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Should probably come on.
There goes some garden gloves for you.
Well,
You want the disposable?
something that's a little easier.
All of the stickers in it?
Yes.
Gracias,
So all we
señor.
need to do is the one.
Oh, I put it back. Just so like it fails the cage one. I put one there. So just, yeah, yeah.
So we're on the 30-minute mark for this one.
Okay.
You said it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, when you need to go get your timer, go get your timer, right? Actually, one more. They have over the house water all over here.
So this is great. So it's 20 set to 25. So 4. And we have this one.
This is over in their other setup. It's the water that they use to,
What is that? DI?
presumably, it just says water.
Oh, okay.
Guess what?
But I mean, it's probably actually the molecule water. But we'll use this. We'll use this for cleaning. So this one 4. And this one's brand new. Well, that's helpful.
Poke.
There we go.
So 4 and 10. Okay.
And they provided us with the set intubator and their single-use package. So when we do the actual documentation part of this, we'll use that. But for now, for the standard individual, we'll just
Gotcha.
do 10. So try to be careful because these are made of glass, but this one is old and crusty.
Yeah.
So it is not really wanting to come off. And Jack actually said that he doesn't care if this probe doesn't get used.
Gotcha.
If we need to, we can take the probe from the other meter and put it on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, this person should be used. So I mean, so this this is really bad. There's a hole right there.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be in that hole, and that's supposed to help prevent the reference electrolyte inside from evaporating. Clearly, it's been opened and stored that way, and now has a bunch of residue on it. So we'll see how well this actually performs, but we'll at least give it a shot.
So you're just cleaning it now.
Yeah, just
But you could use some type of like DI or distilled for that, right?
DI water is what's preferred. So let's go calibrate. Oh, actually, yeah, can you hit it for me? Thanks. Well, it doesn't want to do it because it says the probe is expired. So how about,
We got the other one.
yeah,
Okay, so this probe is expired, so we wouldn't be able to use that one. So we're going to switch the probe. So there's no work around that in worst case scenario.
yeah, they should always have spare probes.
Got you.
You say hold it.
I got it's 11 minutes, so I'm probably going to stop it.
Very cool.
You got to go out into the main hall.
Oh, yeah.
Me too. There ain't even been no running water. There and to that.
Yeah, you can see this. Obviously, different style probe. This one is a plastic housing.
Right, cool. Cool.
And actually, so these probes are meant to be serviceable, right? The
Yeah.
fact that there's a hole in here,
Mhm.
you're supposed to be able to open that up and refill it.
Got
with
you.
the reference electrolyte. I told Jack earlier, I was like, that thing, we could attempt to clean it, but
Mhm.
I'd be more concerned that if I tried to clean it,
Gotcha.
I'd break it
Yeah.
than anything. So we will just not be doing that. The connections for the probes are optional, not on every probe. There's a little connector like this. This is, you can see the label on there,
Mhm.
maybe. It's ATC, the temperature correction.
Gotcha.
So that'll be the stuff that Jesus is in there. What was it actually already? I'm like, am I turning it the wrong way? But
Lefty
I've
tighty?
tried turning it
Lefty
both
loosey?
ways. So this is not happy. Whatever is going on.
Couldn't find it?
Got 8 minutes.
So was it a
left on
twist?
that timer. Okay.
Yeah, it's a twist. It was stuck.
So everything's all wrong with that one.
Yeah.
I didn't.
No.
I just went. This is research and development, so it doesn't really matter.
He said as long as you don't go on carpet downstairs, we're good.
So temperature. This is the actual millivolt signal for the pH.
Millivolt symbol and temp.
So now the question is, do we have this set up here?
Do we have that stopwatch over here, Kyle?
You know, it's over there.
Okay.
I know it's 8 minutes just now. I don't know.
Oh, okay. We got time.
So I'm not sure if they've used this probe on here before. Doesn't really have a serial. Oh, maybe it does. That's the serial. Could be. Clearly, it's not a serial number. Actually, let's see if this will just go here. Did that change? No, it's still this one. Oh, it's there. Yeah, it's locked.
Remove all of them motherfuckers.
It's just it's like a notification feed. It's not actually what it is, but we cannot. But we are logged in, so
Like the sensors maybe. And
might as well be that one, right? Yeah. So the one that is
Just
being
that
used
one.
that is says it's expired is actually that one. Which is kind of odd.
right there, expiration.
Yeah, let's just
And you
remove.
go 12 months and change it to.
But couldn't we have done that for the last one?
Well, that's what. Yeah.
But I assume we would switch it back at the end.
Oh yeah, we'd have to switch it back.
So,
Ready?
it's still
Oh,
expired.
still showing expired. Fuck.
So
Okay, I'm gonna pause this video.